Welcome back. This is John Locke. Today I'm answering a question from the Reddit SEO board. This person asks, is it spammy to implement Schema on over a dozen city pages? And they ask, suppose that you have 10 plus city pages for a service-based business. How spammy would it be to implement location type schema on all those city pages? I can imagine that the schema would pretty much look the same except for some minor tweaks on each city page. I'm worried that would appear spammy. Now, to answer this question, if you are using schema that identifies your company as an organization or a local business, and you're using the same address on all of the pages, and I'm going with the presumption that this is a one location business that's targeting 10 cities in their local area. Now, if you use your address for your Google My Business, the same one that's on your Google My Business, the same one that's on your website, it's not going to be seen as spammy. Now, what would be seen as spammy is if you set up these 10 city location pages and then you set up 10 fake Google My Business accounts and then put the schema to match each of those. Or if you just had the one Google My Business, but you changed the location of the city in the schema data on each of those pages. For example, if you had something like, let's say that you had one business that was just in Sacramento. We'll say that, for example, because I know the city off the top of my head. But let's say that you're in Sacramento, but you have a bunch of city pages where the schema data, identifies your business as being in Rockland for the Rockland page, or Roseville for the Roseville page, and Citrus Heights for the Citrus Heights page, or Folsom for the Folsom page, and so on and so forth. Now that would be spammy because, and Google would read that too, and they would say, like, look, we know that this business only has a Google My Business at one location, and they only have one phone number for that Google My Business location. So we know that this person is trying to game the system. We know that there's not 10 different locations here. We know that it's just one, but in a way, I mean, I don't know that this would hurt you. It could. It probably is not going to do anything to help you. Now, most of what Google goes by when it comes to location pages or service pages for different locations, it's going by the information on the page. If you add this schema data, schema is something that's very easy to manipulate. I'm sure a lot of people have this idea, so it's not really counted all that heavily. And especially if you have the information is different on all these different pages, then Google's going to be very confused and say, we really can't trust the schema information here. If we're seeing a bunch of different things, like say if you have a different phone number and you're located in a different city, but you only got one Google My Business, or one Google My Business in Google Maps, then Google's going to say, like, hey, we really can't trust this. Maybe we'll push this, but maybe we won't. It's not going to do anything to help you. Now, will it hurt you? I would focus more on just providing good information in each of these city pages. Have a map of the city if you're not located there. Have information maybe about jobs that you've done for people with this service-based business. If you have any customer quotes that are from that city, you could put those in there. Or if you've done specific things, specific photos of jobs that you've done there, that would be useful. List all the things that you do as appropriate for each of the locations, but mix it up. Don't make it templated. Don't make each location page just a carbon copy where all you do is swap out the name of the city. across all 10 of these pages, that's not going to be helpful. So think about what's going to be helpful to your users. That's the best way to get these to rank. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here about 3 days a week with tips for industrial and manufacturing companies. Okay, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I would love to see you subscribe. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments of any of the videos on our site, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. That's all I have for now. Until next time, peace.